Fortnite Battle Royale was the first free Battle Royale game to hit not only the PC but both the Xbox One and PS4. In the long list of free games currently available for your system, does Fortnite deserve your hardware space? Let's find out. I'll admit, Fortnite was my first foray into the Battle Royale genre. Having never played PUBG or even the older games like H1Z1, I honestly didn't know what to expect. Like you could imagine, doing this for the first time, I sucked and often died quickly. But you know what? I had a blast this game and couldn't wait for the queue to start up again. This game is addicting, and I forced myself to stop playing just so I could write this review. For you, YouTube. Just for you. Let's start with the music and graphics first. Graphically, Fortnite has a very nice aesthetic. The cartoony cel-shaded characters in the environment are a breath of fresh air when compared to the more modern day shooters. The environments are colorful and just exciting to be in. While the character models are a lot more tame for a game with this art style, it doesn't detract from experience to feel out of place. There isn't much to say about the music as it functions more as a background noise. I'm honestly not even sure if there was music playing because when boots are on the ground, you tune out any noise that won't help you win. I've played many shooter games in my life, even playing the various Call of Duty games every year, but I have never felt the need to game with a headset before playing Fortnite. Every action from shooting to walking makes a noise, and if you can't pinpoint that noise or follow that sound, you're as good as dead. I've avoided so many sneak attacks and flanked just as many players from the sound of them walking. If you're not playing with surround sound, you're at a disadvantage. There's so much I want to say about the gameplay, I just don't know where to start. Your first dive is a heart-pumping experience because you don't know what to expect. You eventually land, figure out the mechanics and go to find your first scare, but someone else is in that house with you, someone with more experience. Dying within the first few seconds is always rough, but due to the high player count, I can hop in another match within seconds. It might take you a while to get used to the new format. It was definitely weird for me playing without a radar, being more accustomed to games like Halo and Call of Duty. But as I said, you really do need to rely on your airs, and once you start to get the hang of things, that's when the game really becomes alive. Something can be found in almost every house on the map, from small handguns to shotguns. No matter where you drop, you're never too far from a gun or a player. Characters have a more floaty feel to them, and it can be quite fun running and jumping around trying to shoot each other. You can jump pretty high to get over ledges and get from point A to point B fairly quickly. However, I do wish we had vehicles to speed up the walking. Fortnite has one feature in my opinion that sets it out from the other shooting games, and that's its building mechanic. See, almost any structure can be broken down into smaller parts. Because of this, it makes firefights much more explosive and dynamic, being able to destroy any cover or house. You could even break into the roof of a building to get the drop on some unsuspecting foe. It doesn't just stop there though. With the parts you get from breaking down walls, you get to build whatever your imagination will let you. Maybe make a giant watchtower to survey the land. Not everything has to be this creative though. There are also practical uses for this. One of my first few matches in Fortnite, I was camping in the attic of a house celebrating one of my first kills, when suddenly, one of the players outside decided to build a staircase up to the attic and surprised me with a shotgun blast to the face. I couldn't help but have the biggest grin on my face when that happened. You can also throw down walls and staircases in the middle of a fight to form a shield between you and your opponent. There are many ways to elevate your play in Fortnite, and the better players are able to combine both the shooting and building mechanics to win the games. Every game of Fortnite is different. Some games you drop in, pick up a shotgun and Freddy Krueger their asses. In other games you're running around like a chicken with his head cut off trying to find a weapon. And that's what's so fun about it. Every match is different. You could make it to the end of the game or just as easily be out in the first wave, and it never feels unfair. The shooter mechanics are pretty tight, and if you're skilled enough you don't even need the heavy duty stuff. Just don't try to fight with the pickaxe cause that thing sucks. I forced myself to turn off my PS4 just to write this review. That's how much fun I had playing this game. But that's just it. There's always one more time, one more shot at finding the machine gun to win your own turf war, and if you fail, queue up another game you'll be playing in a few seconds. If you're looking for a quality free game to play, or you want to get into the Battle Royale genre but can't afford some of the more expensive games, then this is the game for you. Trust me, the first few games may be frustrating, but you'll be hooked after that. Just try to play the game during the day so you don't feel ashamed watching the sun creep through your blinds like I did.
This video was made in collaboration with Lost Trigger. If you enjoyed it, go check out his channel where I am also guest hosting.